This video intended for educational purposes. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimbird, and welcome back for another Minecraft 1.7 Snapshot. This is 13W39A, and there are quite a few new features in this week's Snapshot, including a strange dragon-related thing. But I'll get to that in a second. Right now we are in the Mesa Bryce rare biome variation, and you might see something a little different below. So let me drop down here and let's do a little slam. And sorry to get in your face there, but we're going to check out the new block here, and it is the red sand block. Now this is a sand variation, and it looks slightly different. It's got a nice coloration, but it's mainly just so when mesas spawn, they have not an abrupt cutoff when it goes into the sand. It kind of blends a little better with the color, and I think it looks pretty good. At this point, you can smelt it to get glass like you would with normal sand, but if you try to craft it together in a crafting table here, you actually can't make sandstone with it. But hopefully that changes in the future, and we can get some red sandstone with different variations. I think that would look pretty cool. But for now, that is the red sand. The other block that was added is more of an entity type of thing. It is the minecart with command block inside of it. And you can actually put a command in here, like I have this one to summon some chicken, and when you run it over a activator rail, it will run the command, and the faster you run it, the more times it will run the command. And right now I can't figure out how to run it slow enough to only run the command once, so I'll show you guys this. So I'm going to push it, and then it's going to spawn a bunch of chickens right there. It barely ran over it and actually went back, and it summoned so many of them. It's crazy. I'm going to throw the I got to kill these chickens real quick so they're not all running around while I talk. But so yeah, I think if you had it sitting on something when it's powered, it might not run it as many times, but it seems like as long as it's on the powered rail, it does it. And here's one that I'm going to push, and hopefully it'll go pretty quickly here once I set it going, and here it goes. And it still ran it 4 times, and 4 pigs dropped down there because of that. Speaking of the pigs, I also wanted to show that one of the bug fixes is that when you equip a pig with a saddle, it will have a sound now once this experience stops going. There you go. You can hear it. Okay, and so pigs now have a nice little saddle sound like the horses. But so these command blocks, getting back to them, you can run any command in them that you normally would with a command block. But this will be very useful for people with adventure maps that want to make like a oasis pop up in the desert, or some structure happen when you step on a pressure plate or something. It'll be a lot easier to run this type of stuff when you can trigger a minecart to follow someone or go exactly where you want it to. Hopefully they kind of hammer out the details with that, because it's hilarious that I hit it over the thing once and it summons so many chickens. It's crazy. Some of the other things I wanted to mention before we get into the dragony thing, there's a cool bug fix that if you've been playing the game for a while, you would probably remember that when it would rain, the clouds become dark, obviously, and do a certain color. We're not going to see rain because I'm in the Mesa. But when it would thunderstorm, the clouds would get even darker, and that stopped happening a while back. But now it has returned, and it will get very scary and dark. Nice. And we got the cool dark clouds here, and that's one of the cool bug fixes this week. Let me set it back to... Actually, I need it to be rain, because if you saw, I have Flambeau my flame bow. I want to show you something that's going to be very interesting for PvPers. Now, flame arrows, normally you could just kind of shoot them. They wouldn't light anything on fire except for players or enemies and stuff. But now, if you try to fire them in the rain, like I'm going to nail this skeleton with a flame arrow, nope, the arrow actually goes out in the rain. So if you have a flame bow, you're not going to find much use for it other than a normal bow power when you're in the rain. So just look out for the arrows extinguishing when you do that. Some other bug fixes, boats would do a really funny thing when you would, well, kind of infuriating thing when you go over slabs, or I think it was like soul sand and other mobs. It would sometimes just like kill you because it would inflict crazy fall damage on you. Some people were saying they were in like full diamond and they'd go into their dock and they would just die from the boat killing them and their boat would break. But that has been fixed. And also relating to boats, they can actually break lily pads for real this time. They've gone back and forth on that for a while, but they should be able to just break lily pads when they go through them. And now I can get on to, those are the main features. They also did a bit of changes with how Minecraft logs are stored on servers and stuff like that. But the other thing that I hinted at earlier is this. So if you look at the screenshot from this week's Snapshot, you can see a beautiful mesa with the red sand. But if you see in the center, that's Grum's face. Grum is another Minecraft developer. He's always hiding in these screenshots. But to the left, very obvious, is a dragon egg sitting inside of one of the cliffs. Now, it's kind of curious that they added red sand and they have a dragon egg in the snapshot. Either they're teasing us, or they're thinking about maybe adding the red dragon, because they're in the overworld here. The dragon egg is there. They're next to red sand. I think it's a little logical to assume they might be hinting at that red dragon that Notch promised from so long ago. It doesn't seem like they would put the dragon egg willy-nilly in a picture like that. So I have a strong feeling they're working on a very special mob for 1.7. Now, the little caption that Dinnerbone put with this week's snapshot was, "I'm a little snapshot short and stout. Here's my screenshot. Here is my fatal corruption in class SSX. Cannot continue." So I wanted to look into that. No one seemed to be talking about that part of the description. It could just be a joke, but I tried to look at the SXQ class in the Minecraft jar, and I couldn't find it. There's the SX class, but there's no SXQ. So could that be related to something that they're working on that didn't work in time for the snapshot? Possibly. It could just be a little joke on them fixing a bunch of bugs and stuff like that, but who knows. The SX ones had a bunch of like map state things inside of it and stuff. I'm no educator scientist, but I think it we'll have to see what, hopefully someone else can look into it, but I couldn't find it in SXQ class. So if that wasn't a joke, maybe it is related to a new feature or something. But anyways, here's hoping we get some red dragons in the future. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the red sand and the crazy command block minecarts and stuff, but and Jeb should be back, I'm hoping, from traveling soon, so Dinnerbone won't be doing all of these features on his own. Maybe we'll see some updates to the biomes more and see what they have in store for us. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and as always, go check out my other snapshots if you are curious about other 1.7 stuff, and I'll see you guys next time for more Minecraft news. Goodbye.